Hey everybody, it's HD. Welcome back. Down on the old cat stop this afternoon. I was thinking about as I was cutting the grass because that's what I do. Today I was thinking about something I heard the other day, and the person was using a tape measure, and they said it was just I can't remember what the measurement was, but let's say 5 inches, and they couldn't read the eighth inch marks and the quarter inch marks or the half inch marks. So the person said it's 5 inches and the first little mark past the big mark in the middle, which was 9/16. So 5 inches and 9/16 is what they wanted to cut. And then I got to realizing after that, and then going to Home Depot and listening to some of the people there, and some of the people just talking, not just the employees, but people there buying stuff, that so many people don't know how to read a tape measure. For me, reading a tape measure is easy because I've been doing it for the past 40 something years. When I got out of the Marines, I went to work in a welding shop, and you using the tape measure every few minutes, measuring something, cutting something, squaring up something, measuring again, and so we were constantly using it. And then working in machine shops, and then where they have really tight tolerances, a lot tighter than just a regular welding shop. And then my last job up in Kentucky, I worked on. We worked on pipe. We made water transformation pipe and stuff like that. And those were round. I mean, that's a whole different story right there. But using a tape measure is just second nature to me. And so, but I guess a lot of people, they don't use it, so they don't know how to read a tape measure. So let me show you a couple of little tape measures that I've got, and some of the things. This is my everyday. This is one I keep in my tool bag. It's nothing fancy. It's just a Stanley 25 foot. One of my jobs, the last job I had, we had, I had a 50 foot tape, and then I think I had a 100 foot tape, because most of our pipes were 45 feet. Sometimes they were longer. Sometimes we have to measure something different. And so I had a couple really long tapes. This little dude here, it's just, here comes my helpers. This little dude here is only a 12 foot. And I didn't realize that we keep this in the house. I didn't realize it, and I'll show you here in just a second. It's got everything broke down to you. So this one is almost, not that anybody's a dummy, but this is almost dummy proof. If you can read numbers, it breaks it down everything so well for you. And then just like on the back of my level, it's got inches and centimeters, which I don't deal with centimeters. So let me get you around here, and I'll show you what we're working with real quick. I'm trying to beat this storm. We got a storm coming in from the east back there, so I can hear thunder, and every now and again these chimes out here will get fired up. So let me get out of here before this hurricane hits us. Okay, dokie, here's what we're working with. I'll show you the little one, the little 12-foot one, because it just explains it, and you can see what I'm talking about when you're reading the eighths and everything. We'll start here with the number 6, and you just see how each mark is broke down. This one actually takes it down to 30 seconds. So the little bitty, the smallest of the little marks there, that would be 1/32. So, but this breaks it down. Usually in any kind of household, anything you be doing, 1/8 inch is usually pretty close, pretty tight. So it just breaks it down. It explains it to you. You got 1/8, 1/4, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and then 1 inch, the inch. And if you ever forget about what it is, just remember each one of these. If you're looking at, let me go to my big tape measure. Each one of these marks here, this one here, it has it in 16ths. So the little mark is 1/16. This first mark here, which is a 1/8 up here, would be 2/16. So just remember your math class, what was 2/16. So you just reduce that down, so that would be 1/8, so on and so forth. So if you had to, and sometimes just to be sure, sometimes I will count just to make sure what it is. And but the person that was telling me about that, what they want to cut, this was the mark they wanted, the 5/16, or not 9/16. Woo! Talk about tongue-tied. So, but this has it broke down just so much easier like this, so you can see. But let me show you, I don't know if I showed you this or not. Let me show you the ends of these tape measures here. Let me get it in here. This will help you out too. See this tape measure here. See how straight that is? See how boogered up this one is and crooked this one? Where's he at? How boogered up this one is? This will throw you off. I measured it a while ago just to see. Let me get you up here so I can show you. Yeah, get you down there. Get all this out of the way. We get you out to 1 foot. So the 1 foot mark here. And if you put that on, both of them are up on it, and you line it up, you can see this is a good 3/16 difference right here from this. This is perfectly lined up. So if you were building something and you had a lot of fitting in to do, through time this could actually, you could be really, as much depending on how far you was going, like if you were going feet and feet and feet, 20 feet or more or something like that, it could have you really off square at the end of the build, whatever it is. If you're putting a floor in, and then you'd have to do some really hinky cuts there at the very end, or if you got warped wood. I know we built a deck not too long ago, and the wood from Home Depot was just, I told him, I said, I think they buy these boards from banana trees, because they were all like bananas, so they were all just, we got it fixed, but didn't look pretty at the very end. And if you're doing something, framing something or putting up a door trim or any kind of trim work, you want it looking good as you can get it. So just you just remember the old saying, measure twice and cut once. And if you don't do that, then there's another saying I used to hear guys say all the time in construction, caulk and paint will make you what you ain't. So, but you don't want to hear the old saying, and they said it was true. I never knew the guy. At one of our welding shops I worked at, the guy, and honest, he said it, that I cut it off 3 times and it's still too short. So you don't want to do that for sure. But just take a minute, if you have a tape measure, when you're measuring something, and you won't think about it till you need a tape measure. But it's just good to know if you're ordering something, or God forbid you do have to go to Home Depot or Lowe's to get something, to know what you need, know what you've read, how to read a tape measure. If you order something off Amazon or Temu, then if you order it wrong and it's too big or too little, then you got the hassle of sending it back. So just take a couple minutes when you get ready to measure it, or buy a tape measure that has it already broke down for you. This tape measure probably, if I was just to guess, probably came from the dollar store, somewhere like that, dollar store, Dollar Tree, and it wasn't very expensive. So thank you for watching. Hope this helps you out, and you can be measuring and look like a pro. It always helps if you go into one of those stores, Home Depot or Lowe's or somewhere like that, if you somewhat know what you're talking about, so you can go, and if you can get help. Sometimes it's a challenge sometimes, but I will say I went to Home Depot today, and I'm down here in Okeechobee, that probably, I'm just guessing, no less than 10 employees spoke to me this morning. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. How you doing? And so that's what I love about living down here. People are friendly. People at Home Depot are very friendly. People at Walmart, good night. They'll talk to you, and they're very friendly there too, which is a shocker. And so there are good people in the world. We just let the bad ones mess it up for everybody. So, but remember, measure twice, cut once. I'll catch you next time.